Hello, boys and girls. We are ready to start on Module 2 of our math series. And this is our lesson for Monday, September 28th. I have to look at the calendar for a minute. This is Lesson 1. We do have 2 lessons today, so there will also be a video for Lesson 2. Okay, so here we go on Lesson 1. Okay, we're going to be looking at time. So we're going to need our clock. Okay, and we are going to count by fives. We talked a little bit in our application problem about there being 60 minutes in an hour. So an hour is one time around the clock or hand. So each time we pass one of these numbers, 5, if that's correct, then we should end up at 60 when we get back to the top. So here we are, 1 o'clock. Let's see where we end up if we count by fives to 60 so that 1 hour has transpired. Are we ready? Okay, we're going to count by fives. Go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So 60 minutes is 1 hour, and we started at 1 o'clock. 1 hour later, we will be at 2 o'clock. Let's do it one more time. Where will we end up if we start at 2 o'clock and we count 60 minutes? Let's see if you're right. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And it is now 3 o'clock. Were you right? Of course you were. Okay. So let's look at a time of 11:10. 11:10. What does that look like on our clock? 11:10. Okay, let's go to 11 o'clock. Remember, when it's o'clock, my big hand is on my 12. So there's 10 o'clock. There's 11 o'clock. Okay, but I want 11:10. So how many minutes after 11 do I want to be? 10 minutes. Let's count by fives. 5, 10. So now I have 11:10. 5, 10 minutes after 11. Okay, let's try another time. 6:30. 6:30. Okay, and get out your plastic clocks and do this with me. So if you need to pause the video while you go get your clock, you can do that. And then I want you to show me 6:30 on your clock. Okay. So I'm going to start at 6 o'clock because I know that at 6 o'clock, my little hand points to 6 and my big hand is at the 12. Now I want 6:30. So this is 30 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So my clock looks like this at 6:30. My little hand was on the 6, and now because I'm halfway to 7 o'clock, it's halfway in between my 6 and my 7. So it's after 6, 30 minutes after 6, so my little hand is after the 6, but before the 7. Okay, I want you on your clock to show me what it would look like at 7:45. 7:45. Okay, I'm going to start at 7 because I know 7 o'clock. My little hand points to 7. My big hand points to the 12, all the way at the top. And then I'm going to count by 5s to 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. All right, so my little hand is not quite till my 8. I'm not 8 o'clock yet. I'm after 7 and before 8. And my big hand is pointing to my 9 because that is 45 minutes after. Okay, let's do one more together. Ready? Okay, let me see you do it on your clock and then we'll check it together. Show me 3:35. 3:35. Okay. So show me on your clock what does 3:35 look like. Okay, let's check. Okay, I'm once again going to start at 3 o'clock because that's an easy one for me. I know that 3 o'clock has my big hand at the top on my 12 and my little hand pointing at the 3. Okay, and now I wanted 3:35, so I'm going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So did your clock look like this? All right, awesome job. Okay, so we talked before, how many minutes are in an hour? That's right, 60 minutes are in an hour. So if there are 60 minutes in an hour, let's count by 5s till we get to 1 hour. You ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So I had to count by 5s 12 times. There are 12 numbers on my clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, or 1 hour. How many minutes are there in a half an hour? Half an hour. I would divide my clock in half. How many minutes until I get to the bottom, halfway around my clock? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So how many minutes are there in half an hour? That's right, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So let's start at 5 o'clock and let's count 30 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it is now 30 minutes past 5. What else can I call this time? 30 minutes past 5, or, that's right, 5:30. So this is 30 minutes past 5 or 5:30. Those mean the same thing. All right. Let's see if we can count by 10 minutes. We said each of these numbers is 5. So every 2 numbers is 10. So I'm going to be able to say this one in my head, say this one out loud. In my head, out loud. Let's do 1 hour counting by 10s. Ready? Thinking, 10. Thinking, 20. Thinking, 30. Thinking, 40. Thinking, 50. Thinking, 60. So I can count by lots of things. So if we said from here to here is 5 minutes, each one of these little lines, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So could I count by 3 minutes? I can. Let's try it. So here I am at 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Let's keep going. 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60. Okay, so I can count by threes and count up to 60, which is 1 hour. So I had to say it 20 different times when I was counting by threes. Okay, let's count by threes to a half hour. A half hour. Where is my big hen going to be when I get to the half hour? That's right, it's going to be at my 6. So let's count by threes to a half hour. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Okay, and now I am at 9:30. So I counted 30 minutes from where I started at 9 o'clock. All right, let's do some more group counting, and let's do a little bit higher numbers than we've been doing. So let's start with our sevens. We're not going to go very far. This is our first time we're trying sevens. Okay, so I'm going to start with 7. What's going to come next? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And what will come next? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, let's count by sevens together. Ready? We're going to start with 7. Ready? Go. 7, 14, 21, 28. All right, great job. Look at you counting by sevens. Let's try 8s. So what are we going to start with if we're counting by 8s? That's right, we're going to start with 8. Okay, let's count and see what our next number would be. If we started at 8, and we go up 8 more, we go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. Okay, now we need 8 more. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, and then 8 more. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, let's count together. We're going to start at 8 because we're counting by 8s. Ready? Go. 8, 16, 24, 32. Awesome job. Think we can do 9s? Yeah, I think we can. Okay, so we're going to start with what if we're counting by 9s? 9. Now I'm going to add more. I'm going to add 9 more. Ready? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So my next number counting by 9s is going to be 18. Okay, let's go ahead and 9 more. Starting at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And what's 9 more than 27? 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Ready to count my 9s together? Okay, starting here. Ready? Go. 9, 18, 27, 36. All right, that's an awesome job counting by 7s, 8s, and 9s. Okay. All right, so in our application problem, we said that it took Ms. Bowers 5 seconds to tie one shoe. Okay. Is that a very long time? 5 seconds? No, not a very long time. Let me get a stopwatch and we'll see just how long 5 seconds is. Okay. When I say go, I'm going to start, and then when I say stop, 5 seconds is going to be up. Ready? Go. Stop. That was 5 seconds. Pretty fast. What if I didn't have a stopwatch? What could I do? Yeah, I could count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Let's see how close we are. I'll do the stopwatch and count Mississippis. Ready? Go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5. Okay, so that took 6 seconds. So I was pretty close using my Mississippis. Pretty close. All right. So how long is 1 second? Okay, I'm going to say go and then stop when 1 second is up. It's going to be pretty fast. Ready? Go. Stop. Whoa. Pretty short. It's a very short amount of time. Okay, let's see how long 40 seconds lasts. Okay, you can count and we'll see how close you are. Ready? Go. Stop. That was 40 seconds. How close were you to your counting? Pretty close? Okay. So was that even a minute? No, because there are 60 seconds in a minute. So that was less than 1 minute, which we think is pretty fast, but when we're just sitting and staring at something, a minute can seem pretty long. Okay, so seconds are a unit of time, smaller than minutes. So when we want to measure very short times, we can use seconds instead of minutes. Otherwise, you would have to say half a minute instead of 30 seconds. Easier for us to use seconds for things that go very quickly. So for example, if you are a swimmer in the Olympics, they're going to measure most of your swimming times in seconds because you swim very fast. So unless you're swimming a very, very long ways, they're not going to use minutes because if you're swimming 50 meters or 50 yards, you're probably doing it in less than a minute if you're an Olympian. Not me, but maybe an Olympic swimmer would. Okay. So let's see how long it takes me to walk up to the computer and back to the whiteboard. How long do you think it'll take me? You think it'll take me minutes or seconds? Let's see. Ready? Go. How long do you think it took me? I'll give you a hint. It was 7. You think it was 7 minutes or 7 seconds? Right, 7 seconds. Because that didn't take me very long at all. Okay, so when I stop my stopwatch, does time keep going? Sure, time really does. We just stopped measuring it. So let's try that again and see how many seconds it takes me to walk up to the computer and come back. Ready? Go. 7 seconds. Okay. But I didn't stop my stopwatch. So time is continuing. So how long do you think it's been now? 17 seconds. So time is always going. We're just measuring it in chunks. Because now, as I started my stopwatch, it's been 20 seconds. I keep it going all day. I keep counting seconds. Just when I press the button and tell it I'm stopping measuring what I'm doing here. So I'm going to stop it now. It's been 41 seconds since I started it the first time. Okay, so time is all forward, just like your clock. As long as it has trees or whatever it needs to keep its power on, your clock is always moving. So some clocks have a tiny third hand that's a second hand, and you can watch that moving slowly each second. This clock only has a minute hand, so I'd have to wait a whole minute to see it move over 1 minute. And then another whole 60 seconds to see it move over another minute. Something keeps popping up on my screen and it's very annoying to me. I don't think you can see it, hopefully, but it is bothersome. All right, so time is always moving. So which did we say was longer, a minute or a second? Okay, let's see. I'm going to use my stopwatch again. Okay, and I'm going to tell you when it's been 1 second. Go. Stop. That was 1 second. Okay, let's measure a minute and see which one is longer. Ready? Go. stop. Okay, that was 1 minute. Which was longer? Yeah, the minute was much longer because there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So the minute is going to be used for measuring things that take a little bit longer. All right, so is the stopwatch a good tool to use for measuring time? Sure, as long as it's a pretty short amount of time. What if I wanted to measure how long it is until your birthday? Would a stopwatch be a very good thing to use? Well, probably not, because it's probably not your birthday today. And it's probably not even your birthday tomorrow. So that would be an awful lot of seconds. So in that case, if your birthday was tomorrow, we might use hours. But if your birthday is a long time away, we're probably even going to use days, weeks, or even months to measure time. So stopwatches are very good for measuring short amounts of time, but not super long amounts of time. Now I close my book and I don't know where we are. Hang on a second. All right, let's take a look at the problem set. Okay, we're going to do this together because you need a stopwatch. And if you have one and you want to do it on your own, that's fine. You can do that. But we are going to do this together so you can fill yours in as we're going along. All I have to do is find the page. So we're almost there. Lesson 1. Here we go. Let me show you the problem set. Okay, I think it's right here. Okay, so let's come down to the problem set. And here we are. All right, so number 1 says, how long does it take you to snap your fingers 10 times? Do you think we're going to measure that in minutes or seconds? Snapping your fingers 10 times. Let's try. Okay. Go. Okay, after 10, stop my stopwatch, and I have 7 seconds. So it takes 7 seconds to snap 10 times. At least it did for me. It might take you more or less, but still it'll be somewhere around there. It will not be 7 minutes. It might be 6 seconds, 9 seconds, depending on how quickly you snap your fingers. Okay, so you can fill in 7 seconds, or if you did it on your own, you can fill in your own time, as long as it's reasonable and you didn't say it took you 37 minutes to snap your fingers 10 times, then it will be correct. All right, so 7 seconds is the answer to number 1. Number 2, use a stopwatch. How long does it take to write every whole number from 0 to 25? Every whole number from 0 to 25. All right, so I'm going to use my whiteboard to write them down so you see that I'm really doing this. Okay. I'm going to start my stopwatch when I'm ready to go. Ready? From 0 to 25. Okay. You can do it too. Ready? Go. and stop. And it took me 35 seconds. 35 seconds. Okay, so number 2, if you're doing it along with me, your answer is 35 seconds. If you're doing it on your own, record whatever your actual number was. But it will definitely be seconds, not 35 minutes. All right, number 3. Oops, too far. Use a stopwatch. How long does it take you to name 10 animals? And then we're going to record them below. All right, let's see how long it takes me to name 10 animals. Ready? Go. Antelope, beaver, cat, dog, elephant, fox, giraffe, hippopotamus, jaguar, lion. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. And I named them alphabetically just because that was going to be an easier way for me to remember, but I couldn't think of one that started with I, so I skipped it. So if you want to list the animals that I listed, they are, what was the first one? Did I say antelope? I don't know. Antelope, beaver, cat, dog, elephant, fox, giraffe, hippopotamus, jaguar, lion. Those were the 10 animals, and it took me 17 seconds. All right, let's do another one. Number 4, use a stopwatch. How long does it take you to write 7 times 8 equals 56 15 times? Record the time below. All right, I'm ready. Go. And stop. Okay, it took me more than 1 minute. It took me 1 minute and 12 seconds. 1 minute and 12 seconds. How many seconds would that be? I have my 1 minute is 60 plus 12, 72 seconds. So I could write 1 minute and 12 seconds, or I could write 72 seconds because those are the same thing. Okay, so it took me longer to write all that down 15 times. And I think I did it pretty fast. So it might take you longer if you did it on your own. Or maybe you're a faster writer than me. Maybe it will take you less. All right, let's take a look at number 5. Work with your group. Use a stopwatch to measure the time for each of the following activities. All right, so we're going to work all together. And I'm going to do these with you. So you can do them also. And if you have a stopwatch, you can time yourself. Or if you have someone to help you, they could count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi to see how long each of these things takes. Okay, so write your full name is the first one. I think that's going to take me minutes or seconds. Yeah, I think I can do it in seconds. Okay, let's get my stopwatch ready. Get set, go. And stop. Okay, so it took me 15 seconds to write my full name, Susan K. Funston. You guys know my middle name. Okay, so 15 seconds. All right, to do 20 jumping jacks. Oh my goodness, I hope I can even do 20 jumping jacks. Okay, let's get my stopwatch ready. Oops, started already, gotta clear it again. Okay, ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I'm getting tired. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And my stopwatch says that took me 29 seconds. You might be able to do them faster. 29 seconds. Okay, whisper counting by twos from 0 to 30. All right, that should be a little easier for me. Whew. Okay, are we ready? Go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. And that took me 22 seconds. 22 seconds. Okay, our next one is how long will it take? Oops, seem to have lost our problem set. Let's get back there. How long will it take for me to draw 8 squares? Well, I guess it depends how perfectly square they were. So I'm going to draw them kind of square. Ready? Oops, I didn't clear my stopwatch. Ready? Go. 8 squares. Stop. 17 seconds. 17 seconds. So we're going to record 17 seconds as our time. Okay, skip count out loud by fours from 24 to 0. Okay, we're going to have to go backwards. 24 to 0, skip counting by fours. Ready? Go. 24, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4, 0. That took me 13 seconds. 13 seconds. Okay, say the names of your teachers from kindergarten to grade 3. Whew, I'm gonna have to think back a long ways. Ready? Go. Mrs. Watts, Mrs. Christopher, Mrs. Burnham, Mrs. Quilling. That took me 8 seconds. 8 seconds. All right. And number 6, you can do on your own if you would like, or you can skip it. So a 100-meter relay would be running a race with people to help you. But since we're not together in a group, we're going to skip that one. because I'm still out of breath from jumping jacks. I don't think I can do the 100-meter relay. All right, so that's all of your math for today. So you don't have really any math to do on your own if you don't choose to, because we did it all together. So that is lesson 1. You do also have a lesson 2 to do today, and that will be a separate video. So if you have any questions, if you want to work a little more on seconds and minutes, then come and see me during office hours, and we can work on it together. All right, I hope you have a fabulous day, and I hope I see you soon. Bye-bye.